Alright, this is Robert here reporting with Republic Rising here on June 29th, and I want to do something a little bit different on this video. Whereas normally I tried to make a video and it'd be specific on one topic alone. I would try to stay on that, which it would even be hard for me to do. But what I'm going to do this time is I'm just going to kind of go over a couple of the websites that I like to frequent here and there about the news and just see what the top news of the day is, and effectively try to make this a little bit shorter video where I just kind of more headline surf effectively the top news of the day. So, and I haven't looked at any of these yet, so you're kind of getting first reaction, literally first reaction to the news that I'm seeing as I go over these. And I'll tell you what website I go on to. This one here is Drudge Report. Highly recommend that for anyone who wants unbiased news, because he doesn't put any of his opinions on it. It's just a news aggregate. He just pulls news from all over the country, all over the world, puts it on his website, and he seems to have a very good his fingers on the pulse of what people are interested in. It's a very good website to keep an eye on. And let's see, Make America Made Again, USA birth rate boom, ? That would be very good, because most first world countries have a declining population numbers, and if we finally are starting to have more kids, that'll be a very positive thing. And this article looks like out of New York Post. Is America's birth rate about to start booming? 70% of American adults said that a family of 3 or more children was ideal. That's good, because it's 2.1 that you need to effectively average to even just maintain your status quo on the numbers that you have right there. So that'd be good. So that seems like a decent little article. Alright, so hopefully that is true. I'd like to see Americans having more kids, so we don't have to import a bunch of people who, for the most part, will do their part, come here and serve our country, but a lot of them do not integrate, and they try to bring their shithole nation here with them and try to bring about here in America, and it only makes us worse. That type of diversity does not make us stronger. Diversity could very easily be a weakness. Diversity is not a strength. I don't care how you try to put it. Air Force defensive back first openly gay player at a service academy. I'm sick of this crap being news. Who cares what you fucking do in your bedroom? Keep it to your damn self and don't make it news. Because now it's not gonna be about him, how good of a football player are you. It's it's gonna be through the guise of he's an openly gay football player that, you know, is getting persecuted because of his views and all. It's more than likely he did this because I don't know. Let's see if he was even a starter. He'll talk about that, because that's exactly why that Sam did it before the draft, is because he knew it would be very hard for him to stay in the NFL, so he needed to make himself a story. So he it's not that he chose to be gay, but he chose to let them run with that story. So it'd be, if you're cutting him, it's not you're cutting the player, it's you're cutting a gay athlete. And this is probably going to be something very similar. Shared the story on Instagram, so he came out on Instagram. He played 3 years at Skyline, missed his freshman due to a shoulder. So he's not even a starter, and he just came. Yeah, don't care. Put it back in the bucket. No one gives a crap. Polar bear shot dead after wounding cruise ship worker. Those things are freaking beasts, and you need to watch out for those. Polar bears are some of the most vicious animals on this planet, and their numbers are not dwindling like the liberals like to tell you. Their numbers are actually exploding, and that's why they're starting to get so many more encounters with humans, is because they're not just localized up there into the polar north caps and all that stuff. They're venturing further and further into people's populations for food and whatnot, and we're having more and more interactions with those vicious beasts, and it's It could turn deadly fast. Next website I'll go to is Infowars.com. And regardless of what you think about Infowars and even Alex Jones specifically, the fact that Facebook and Twitter and YouTube are so actively trying to shut him down should scare the crap out of you. Even if you completely disagree with him, because that means it is effectively the end of free speech in this country, to where even if he's preaching the most abhorrent crap, like Robert Spencer, I believe is his name, is that admitted Nazi that runs the Daily Stormer, I believe it's called. I've never even been to that website. The admitted Nazi, effectively. I'm for him having a platform and having a YouTube channel and having a website and all that stuff. I would never censor him, because I believe his ideas can be defeated easily in the free market of thought and the free market of ideas, to where that is where he can be destroyed. You don't destroy him by censoring him. You only make him bigger. And I do like Alex Jones and all that. I do listen to him, and all the people who want to accuse him of that Sandy Hook, saying that he claims that it's crisis actors and all that, no one really died there. I watch his show almost daily. That is not his stance. That is not what he has said. He has had people on with that stance, but that is not what he said. So, and even if they are able to take him off, and let's say he's the most extreme example, you know, the extreme speech you can't have. Say we delete him from the internet, then whoever was right next to him now is the most extreme type of speech that is on the internet. So if we were able to take him off, then why shouldn't we take them off for the same reason? It's the most extreme type of speech. We take them off. Well, now this aspect is the most extreme type of speech that is left on the internet. So how can we take them down and not take them down? You see, it's a hill you don't want to start falling down. It's that snowball effect. It gets out of control too fast. You don't want to play that game. Let's see. Dershowitz says no evidence of a crime found within the tapes. German women receives a large fine for criticizing refugees on Facebook, because that's exactly where you end up. Like I just said, if you take Alex Jones off the internet, then you're going to get what happens to like Tommy Robinson up in the UK, or the people in Canada all the time. Because know this, America is the only country where free speech is allowed. We're the only country where we have a constitutional right to free speech. No other country has that. They have their hate speech laws, they have their blasphemy laws, and people get persecuted all the time for shit they just say. It's ridiculous. We can't let this crap happen. And I just saw this too. Austin's Equity Office suggested renaming the city in a report about existing Confederate monuments that was published this week. See, that's that liberal bullshit crap that's coming from California, because that is all those Californians who are fleeing their state, because it is a shithole now, literally. Look at San Francisco. You can't even walk down the damn street without stepping in shit. They got apps to tell you where all the shit and needles are in the streets. It's ridiculous. All those people have fled California and have gone to Austin because Texas has been doing it right. They have extremely low taxes, and they have a surplus in their government, and they allow people freedom within themselves, and sadly that freedom is now being usurped by the Californian morons who are coming over and trying to change that city. And it's like, we got to rename Austin because it's got some Confederacy links to it. You morons. The lefts are just, they're more than just useful idiots, because some of them are believers, like that Ocasio-Cortez that's now taking over. One, she doesn't even have the seat yet. She just won the Democratic nomination, if am I saying the words right? Probably not. She still has to run off against the Republican will probably lose. But imagine the hystericalness that would happen if Ocasio-Cortez loses to whoever the Republican challenger is up there in New York. That would be devastating. And I do not trust Ocasio-Cortez, because all you got to do is look at her eyes. Anytime people talk to her, she's talking like this, and it's how many people have their eyeballs shooting out of their heads, and you go, but that person I think is okay. That person, you know, it's every time someone talks to her, her eyeballs just shoot out of her head. I don't trust people like that. Hasn't stirred me wrong yet. So decent news there on Infowars.com. Hungarian Prime Minister slams the European elite, predicts a shift towards Christian democracy. That would be very smart of them. Twitter says we don't shadow ban unless you're a bad faith actor. That's, of course, they shadow ban. It's come out in Congress now. They're shadow banning anyone right-leaning of effectively Mao Zedong. So decent, some good things to look over on Infowars.com. Let's see, Jim Jordan will force impeachment vote if Rosenstein doesn't deliver the info. Yeah, Rosenstein's been holding back a lot of info, and I understand the argument of the impeachment of Rosenstein, that opens up a can of worms for other things. I can see how that one's a little bit shaky, but Rosenstein is withholding a lot of information, and he is being a little douche. So I'm glad Jim Jordan's, going after him now. So let's see, let's hit up Breitbart.com. Trump threatens to shut down government over the wall funding again. And yeah, that's one thing I wanted to talk about. I find it ironic how we can't find the money. What is the $20 billion he's asking for? I think that was the right number that he's asking for to build that wall. Yet Obama and all the cronies in Washington and the swamp factor were able to come up with, what was that, $215 billion in cash to give to the Iranians. Don't tell me that we can't find that money, as they're just holding it back. It's because they know if we shut down this illegal flood of aliens coming into this country, Democrats' game's over. So they can't allow any kind of true change of immigration policy effect. They can't allow any kind of change. They would lose their votes. Naturalnews.com, another real good website to go to. That's the one with Mike Adams, the Health Ranger. And he's actually started up a decent website too. For the people who are getting banned on YouTube, go to, I want to get this right, real.video. And here, I'll show you that one real quick. This is going to become kind of like the conservative YouTube, to where a lot of people who are getting banned on YouTube won't get banned here on real.video. Your videos will be allowed there, so definitely check out that website, and you'll see some good stuff there. Last website I guess we'll go to here is CompleteColorado.com. That's kind of like a drudge report for Colorado. Let's see what we got going on here. Main thing is the Gazette saying Polis opposes jobs and wages again. What do they mean? Our military personnel work too hard for too little. Jared Polis voted to keep it away Thursday. The Democratic nominee for Governor Polis voted against a 2.6% pay raise for the troops. Despite his no vote, 139 other Democrats voted for the John McCain National Defense Authorization Act. They helped pass by a whopping 359 to 54. So, another Democrat just... And he's running... someone you need to vote out of office. He is running in the current election here in Colorado. So get him out. I saw some people that I was on my walk with my dog today had his little crap sign in their yard. So be nice to get him out. By opposing the defense bill, Polis goes against the interests of tens of thousands of Colorado-based troops and more than 6,000 civilians who work alongside them. Blah blah. So maybe there's another side to the story on that. Who knows? That's from thegazette.com. But Polis voted against giving a pay raise to our troops. So I guess those are some of the headlines of the news today. The big one, obviously, I'm going to say is the Alex Jones censorship. They're not banning him because he's saying mean or hurtful things to these people. They're trying to ban him because he's destroying their narrative. He's breaking through the lies that they put through on a daily basis, even on Fox News, but on all those mainstream media crap TV shows, news networks. He's able to change the narrative because of his broadcast. So check him out regardless if you like him or not. Check out the website and don't let someone else tell you who he is. Figure it out yourself. Get the quotes yourself. Get the videos yourself. So, take it easy. Peace.